welcome back to Craftoween. Let's light our candle. This video will comprise days 26, 27, 28, and 29. We are nearing the end, and I don't know how it's gotten here so quickly. Let's go get our prompts from the Advent calendar. All right, here we go. Purple Halloween word is ghost. Orange junk journaling word is ephemera. And green supply or tool is brayer. F. Brayer was not what I was hoping for, but that's okay. Ghost, ephemera, and brayer. We can do this. I have a few items here. I have an Altoids tin that has paper clips inside. I have a circle punch, and I have this sticky advent calendar. This is their Halloween advent calendar from last year, 2024. And we're gonna go to day 4 because hiding underneath this little card are some ghost stickers. Aren't they cute? Since we're supposed to make ephemera, I thought maybe we should make some small pieces of something. And I thought, let's tackle my nemesis, hidden paper clips. I've been recently working in a faith journal that Janie over at the Crafting Bookworm made for me. And the way that she did some of the hidden paper clips in that journal just seems like I could handle it. So we're going to be doing some in the style that she did in that particular journal. And that involves this circle punch right here. But we need to have something that we can punch out of, and that's where our brayer is going to come in. Good old brayer right here. We're gonna first try this with black cardstock, and if this doesn't work out like I want it to, then we will go to like a white cardstock with some colors on it. So my thought to do on top of the black cardstock was this pearlescent green color. The stickers are very purple, and we've been doing lots of purples and greens and oranges in the journal, so I thought this might be interesting, but we'll see how well it's gonna show up on the black paper. I need to be careful to not do too many dots of green, because sometimes when I put paint down to brayer, I get carried away. I actually quite like this because it's very grungy and it's going to be a good contrast with the very pop art cutesy ghosts. So I'm going to let the paint dry and then we'll come back and punch out some circles. All right, we've got a whole bunch of circles here punched from our background, and we are going to, I think, make 5 of these paper clips. The sticker sheet, we've got this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one I think that I'd like. So I will have a few stickers left over. I can probably use them for something else or give them to my students. They love stickers. Probably gonna do these smaller ones here. They're kind of a medium-sized paper clip because I don't think the long ones will fit. Well, maybe they will. Actually, I changed my mind. Let's do the long ones. Okay, so in order to make these, it's pretty straightforward. We're going to pick one to be the front of the paper clip. This one I really like. For some reason, it's kind of calling out to me. And let's take this ghost that has a witch's hat here. I'm gonna pop it down like this. And then we're gonna take another circle. And what we're gonna do slide the paper clip on here and just glue these together. So the back of the paper clip will be exposed, but then we'll have a cute hidden paper clip. Could not be more simple, right? But since it's a hidden paper clip, I will probably find a way to screw it up. Or maybe not. Maybe I need to have more faith in myself. Let's think good thoughts here. Be positive. Okay, we have 5 altered paper clips now. So we have the witchy ghost. There's a little cat sitting on its hat there. We have the 2 ghosts that are tied together. A ghost walking its ghost dog. A ghost on an old school phone. And a ghost doing some sewing. We have 5 of these and there are 5 signatures in the journal. So I think we should just put 1 in each signature. I'm gonna pop these circles in here in case I decide I want to make more. Oh look, this page might need a little something up here. See, easy peasy. And these are so nice because you can move them around anywhere you want. I still want to redo this page. I don't like how that turned out, but that's a problem for another day. Let's see, maybe this one. No, I don't want that one there. Yeah, I like this one better. Don't even know why. It's just a gut feeling. Just like that one better there with across from the pumpkin on the book stack. This one is good because we have a ghost on the phone and this girl looks really lonely, so maybe she's about to get a phone call. Okay, so that was day 26. Again, this video will have 3 more days in it, so make sure to stick around and we'll see you very, very soon for day 27. Welcome back to day 27. Here we go with Mr. Candle. Let's see if we can get that little bit to melt right there because that's just annoying me. That little black spot. I'll take care of that later. All right, let's go get the prompts from the advent calendar. Okay, let's start with our purple Halloween word. And we have autumn. Okay. Nice and open-ended there. Orange junk journal word. Fabric. And green supply or tool. Stash search 3+ items. Okay, let's go dig through the stash. Well, I'll go dig through the stash and then I'll be right back. Okay, you can see I've got a stack of things here from the stash. We have this gorgeous orange ruched fabric. It's actually a table runner. I have this kind of card thingy. Very technical term. I have some stickers that I've had for ages. Got a napkin. More stickers. These are some leaves. I have this fabric flower, and I've got some like leaf confetti stuff. I think, yeah, there's also pumpkins in here. This doesn't really match the rest of this, does it? But I wanted to have a couple of choices for fabric, so we got the fabric flower or the orange fabric here. And then we're gonna go to the second signature. I have a page in mind. Okay, so we're coming to the second signature, and we've got this page here, and I had thought about doing something here, maybe either the orange fabric or like Mod Podging with the napkin, and then creating something on top of this. I really, really want to use that orange fabric. So we're going to try playing with that first and see if we can make it work. Okay. Oh, I'm so excited about this. I need to do a little bit of trimming right here. I cut the piece down and then I took the backing off just to kind of decrease the bulk. Oh, I'm getting orange little fluffies everywhere. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay, this is glued down, and it's lovely to run my hands over because it's so textured and just soft. Ooh. So we're not going to put anything on top of this. I think we'll focus on making the focal point here. So stash item number 1 and fabric here. We need at least 2 more items from my stash, and we need a focal point. If we cut this down, would this work? I do have another option for a focal point. I have this little pirate guy. Moon and tree and birds. Pirate. Ooh. I'm kind of thinking the pirate actually might look better. So we shall ink around it. Let's use black soot. Okay, what are we gonna do for our other stash items and to make this pirate more autumny? Because he is maybe like in a Halloween costume, which is part of autumn, but I think we can bring in some orange to tie in with the fabric here somehow. What can we do? Maybe we can put some of these leaves around by his feet, perhaps? Or use some of these stickers to help create a scene. And I was trying to decide what makes this little pirate so sad. Maybe he's allergic to the treats he got for Halloween trick-or-treating, or maybe he just didn't get the kind that he was hoping for, or maybe he had to go trick-or-treating by himself. I don't know. We have our fabric. We've got definitely autumn here, and we've got 1, 2, 3 stash things. Do we want to add anything else here? I don't think so, because I don't want to like overdo things. So I think we'll call this the end of day 27. Cool. All right, so thanks for watching. Remember, we're going to do days 28 and 29 in this video, so you've got 2 more days coming up, and we'll see you right back here soon with day 28. Welcome back to Craftoween. It's day 28. Let's go get the prompts. I've already got the candle going, so we're ready to roll. Okay. Purple Halloween word. Potion. Okay. Orange junk journaling word is envelope. And green supply or tool is crocodile. Envelope, potion, and crocodile. Here's my crocodile. We can use this to punch holes, to set eyelets, and that's about it. Envelopes, we can either make an envelope or use one and like decorate it up and such. And then for the potions, I have a couple of possibilities. So as usual, I will go dig through my stash and come back. I have this gorgeous paper that's full of potion-y bottle thingies. Sure. It's from the paper book that we've been working in this series. I have some potion bottle die cuts that we might use. And those might work well with these labels. This also comes from the paper book. We have different items like mandrake root, witch's brew, toadwort, spider webs, fresh blood, so on, so on, so on. Another option would be this acetate with potion bottles on shelves. For our envelope, I have a bunch of these papers that need to be used. So those are options, although they are pretty small. I also have some Tim Holtz backdrops. This is from the Halloween 2023 collection. So some of these might make a good backdrop. And then there's a couple of pieces in the paper book that I could consider pulling out as well. Why did I grab these collage strips? I don't know. Let's start with inking around this paper with some black soot. I don't know how well it'll show up, but I want to do it anyway. So we have this gorgeous black floral, and I thought that this might look really nice next to it. Ooh, I cut that a teeny tiny bit too wide. Let me hurry and trim it, ink it again, and then we'll glue it down. Okay, so we've got these really beautiful but very dark background pages, and we need to create a focal point. We also need to use a crocodile at some point in this process. And we need to make an envelope, right? I'm checking my prompts. Yes, envelope. What would it look like if we made an envelope out of this? I mean, I have 2 sheets of this, so if I completely ruin this, I still will have one that I can use somewhere else. Let's try it. I'm gonna let this dry, and then we'll see how big of a fail it is or not. Our acetate envelope is still drying, but I thought we could get to work on some potion labels. So I cut out 3 of the labels from the page that I showed you. We have mandrake root, zombie virus, and vampire fangs. And we're gonna start by distressing them a little bit with the sandpaper disc thing. I am just going to choose a couple of places to try to distress it a little bit along the edges. Are you gonna be able to see that right here? Maybe we'll do a little crease and sanding some there. I will keep thinking on it, and if you could somehow go back in time to the moment when I'm filming this and shout your suggestions through the universe, that would be helpful. I'm going to take vintage photo and go around and especially hit the parts that are torn or distressed from the sandpaper. And we're also going to do some black soot, not everywhere, just a little bit here and there. I'm really trying to rough these up and make them look old. And then for the potion bottles themselves, I have those potion bottle die cuts. I thought I'd cut those out with the die cut machine, and then we can apply the labels, and maybe one of the bottles will have like a little string wrapped around it, and I'm not sure yet. Let's just keep playing. Okay, so we cut these out of just some black cards that I had in my stash. This decoration was already on the piece of cardstock, and I thought, you know what, let's leave it there. It'll be part of the bottle decoration. And I was going to make this one the vampire fangs, but then I thought, the narrow lid at the top, that doesn't make any sense. Vampire fangs need to come out of here because it has a wider lid. So I think this one's going to be the zombie virus. And I was trying to think of how we could decorate this bottle. And I've got this Wicked Elixir mica stain. And we're going to try something here. You know how some bottles have kind of a wax top? They're sealed until you use them. We're going to do that and pretend that's kind of like the top of the bottle. And then maybe we'll do a couple little drops of the green on the label as well. When that dries, maybe we could even wrap some of this green string around it on the neck of the bottle. So then we have to decide what to do here because this bottle is very small. So we need to maybe cut down the label on the mandrake roots, which is a shame because we did all that gorgeous distressing, but can't have the label be bigger than the bottle. I'm not sure how else we're going to decorate this one. Vampire fangs will go here. Ooh, I just had a thought of how we can use the crocodile. Okay, let's use the smaller size here. Make sure that, yeah, this is the smaller side. And I'm going to punch a hole here. Now, normally a little charm or something on the bottle would be hanging off of a string, but we're required to use the crocodile, and this is how I can think of using it. And then we can take a bulb pen here, and we can find a charm to hang off of the bottle. I have some Halloween charms in this bag here, and I happen to have one that's got vampire fangs. So we can hang that off of the bottle. And maybe what we'll do is wrap some string or something around that so it looks like the charm is tied to the string. But we will have officially used the crocodile. Okay. Maybe for the vampire fangs bottle, we can do something like this or this. I actually like this better. This green mica spray seems to be dry now, so we will glue the label onto the bottle. Now I'm wondering if we wrap something around this, should it be the same thing that's wrapped around this bottle or should it be something else? Because again, we have the eyelash trim or we have this green. I don't know. I like the green. Let's just go for it. All right, strings wrapped there. So that just leaves this little bottle here for the mandrake root. And we'll glue the label down. We might as well use some of this eyelash trim since we've been using all the different kinds of things to wrap around our bottles. I mean, it is kind of fun and funky looking, but also it's maybe a bit too much. Let's snip, snip here, snip, snip there. Okay, we've got our 3 potion bottles, and I'm not entirely sure if they're gonna go in this order or not. I'm also wondering if they should sit on this page rather than this one, because we've already got bottles over here. And then we need an envelope to help fulfill the prompts. I made this one and I just don't want to use it. I mean, maybe I'll find another purpose for it, but it's not right for this. So I want to do something else. And I'm thinking that I might just pick one of these pieces and create a more simple envelope. Maybe something like this. We've got the orange here, and it's a really nice width to sit within this page, because you can see how some of this is showing on the other sides, or on the outside. So we can make a straightforward, easy peasy envelope. So this would be great if you don't have one of those envelope boards, or you just like this style. I am just folding this up, and then I'm going to take my glue and just run a line of glue on each side here. Fold it up again. And then this can get folded over for the flap. So then what we can do is glue this down, and I'm going to glue it as a pocket just in case we decide later to put something inside. And then I think we will put the potion bottles over here. Okay, I'm pushing this up out of frame just a little bit. I promise I have my camera as high up as I can get it to zoom out for you. This camera, even though it has the autofocus, it doesn't like zoom in and out very much. So this is what we have to do. So I bring that up because someone reached out to me, like took the time to write a full email and everything, and express their concerns about how I film when I do top-down filming, and they don't like the autofocus that my camera does, and they think that I'm too close to my subject and stuff, and the email didn't come at a very good time, but I do understand that this person was coming from a place of wanting to be helpful. Anyway, bottom line, I'm doing the best I can for the moment, and you know, there are thousands and thousands of YouTube channels out there, so if you're one of those people that gets really bugged by the autofocus on the camera and stuff, I guess watch somebody else's videos. Go watch Janie's over at the Crafting Bookworm, or Barbara at 49 Dragonflies, Louisa Heinzel, Natasha from Treasure Books. There's so many really great creators to watch. And not that I don't want people to watch my videos, because I do. I make them to share with other people. but I just don't have the energy at this time to like look into filming with a different camera and all that stuff. And I know a lot of people film on their iPhones. I don't have an iPhone. And if I did have an iPhone, I'd have to have my computer here on the desk to like connect the phone to, from what I understand, and all of that. And I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to stick with what I know. And at some point, if I fix the autofocus on the camera so that it doesn't go in and out so bad, that's great. But for now, it's staying as it is. The main reason I got the camera that I did is because it has autofocus, and when I do my bookish content and I'm face on, I want to be able to hold up books and bookish items and different things for you guys to see and have that autofocus feature. So there you go. Now, we have used the Crop-A-Doll, even though it was very sparingly. We have added an envelope and we have added potion bottles. I want to just end this page here because if I start thinking about, oh, a sentiment or add some kind of closure for this, or, oh, see, camera's freaking out right now. I'll move my hands. All right, I think we're okay now. Anyway, as I was saying, I don't want to go crazy with the over decorating and overdoing things. I think it's fine to have some of this emptier space we see up toward the top of the pages and stuff, because there still is a print there on both of the pages and they are beautiful. So that is going to be it for the end of this particular day. Come back in just a few seconds for day 29. Welcome, welcome. It's day 29. Let's go get our prompts and get right to it. Okay. Our purple Halloween word is horror. Orange junk journaling word is ribbon. And then green tool or supply, sponge. Horror, ribbon, sponge. All right, I was planning on using a sponge to dab this paint onto the background paper here and then put it with this. Here's the problem. All of my craft sponges have been used, and when I'm filming this, it's too late at night to go to the store. So what I'm going to do is draw a different green paper. I have the extras in a little bowl off to the side. I'm just gonna close my eyes and reach over there. Okay, what did fate give us? Is it something good? Stamps. Okay, so instead of sponge, we will have stamps. Sorry about that, just was not prepared. Okay, let's see. We can still make this work though. So this is a printable that I had in my collection of Halloween stuff. This girl in front of the moon, and I thought, you know what, in a horror movie, sometimes the person you should be afraid of doesn't look like what someone you should be afraid of. And maybe this girl is our villain. She's some kind of maybe witch or sorceress or axe murderer. I'm not entirely sure, but she's our bad person, and she will be the focal point on this paper. So instead of sponging on some paint, I guess we can do some stamping to cover the areas that we'll be showing through. I'm going to double check the size of this black paper. Okay. Yeah, there'll be a small border, but that will fit nicely. Okay, so in terms of stamping, we've got a bit at the top and bottom and some on the sides we could cover. So the other thing that I want to consider is the ribbon. I have this piece of ribbon here, and I thought it might be kind of cool if we took this and covered a side of the background with the ribbon. So I actually just have this space here to stamp on. How do I want to do that? Probably with embossing stuff. Let's see. If I have some silver embossing powder, which I'm pretty sure I do, that could look really cool in conjunction with the ribbon. Ta-da! Now, we need to find a stamp. I have this one right here, but I've already used it in this journal. Let me see if I've got something else. I've got these dots or bubbles or whatever there. I've got a splatter, some circles. I have some other stamp sets as well, not just this one. Right near handy, I also have this Halloween one, and we've got a spider web, some bats, and stuff. I kind of think, though, something abstract might be nice. Like paint splatter a little bit. I'm gonna hold my ribbon up, and then I'm just gonna slide a little pencil mark just underneath the edge of the ribbon so that I know about how far it's gonna go. Have my embossing ink pad here. I have a little bit of extra powder that's sitting around in the stamp area, and it's not going to be a huge deal since this is going to be mostly covered up by the focal point, but you can just take a brush and brush off extra bits. I need to get one of those, they have little pouches you can get. It almost works like a rosin bag to kind of take away the static cling so that the extra little bits of embossing powder won't stick. And I'm sure there's a fancy name for it, but yeah, one of those would be handy. All right, this is embossed, so we can attach the ribbon now. This ribbon is wired, and I could go ahead and take the wire out, but I don't think I need to necessarily. It shouldn't be a problem. So we will let it stay because that's a lot easier than pulling it out. Okay, this bit on the extra is gonna just hang off, but we are gonna fold these over. And in this case, the wiring in the ribbon actually helps because it makes it a little bit easier. I really, really like that. Ooh, the silver embossing looks so good. And with the ribbon, yes. Okay, do we want to ink around this? Let's do, let's do vintage photo. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Okay, we're gonna glue her down, and then we're gonna find a good sentiment or something to suggest some spookiness or horror. I'm keeping going with the Fabri-Tac because we have that ribbon there. I just prefer to use Fabri-Tac when anything fabric is involved. All right, while I'm looking through the sentiments, I'm just going to be rubbing this a little bit in this area where the ribbon meets the paper, just to get it really attached with the glue. So I have Something Wicked This Way Comes, which might do to suggest that she's wicked or scary or something. We have The Appearance of Evil on this page as well. We have Strange Aversions. The Young Girl Became Possessed. Distress Beyond Measure. This Soul Was Sorrow Laden. Aw. That's from The Raven. Let's see. There Was a Terrible Silence. An Unfortunate Ending. A Strange Feeling Comes Over You. Ooh, what if we combine some of these to do a little created kind of scenario? I want to say a found poem, but that's not what this is. So I'm going to take An Unfortunate Ending. We'll do a little ink around this. And it's going to go down here toward the bottom. We have A Strange Feeling Comes Over You. Distressed Beyond Measure. Okay, I changed my mind. I was going to use Distressed Beyond Measure, but then I realized that's not going to make sense because we already have A Strange Feeling Comes Over You. Let's add There Was a Terrible Silence. Because these are pieced together from different things, we have a past tense verb and a present tense verb. My apologies. I am so sorry. It says, there was a terrible silence, a strange feeling comes over you, an unfortunate ending. So there we go. We don't know what happened to this girl. Is she the victim or is she the villain? Because this thing maybe changes the scenario. We said she was the bad guy. Or maybe she is the one who causes the terrible silence and the strange feeling with her powers, and then she strikes you down. All right, so we've got a ribbon, stamps, and horror for day 29. Before I sign off, I have a question for you guys. I've been thinking for a bit about what to do with the cover of this journal, and I have one possibility and that I'm going to physically show you, and then a couple of other suggestions, and I want you guys to tell me what you think. So I got the Tim Holtz Big Butterfly die cut, and I cut it out of this piece that we made in one of the days. I don't remember which one. Anyway, we had some leftovers. So we've got this butterfly here with the purples and greens and oranges and some stamping in the background and such. Was this part of the masterboard day? I don't remember. My brain's fuzzy. And then we have the butterfly cut out with the black glitter. I wondered if maybe part of the cover would be adding the butterflies in some way, but my hesitation on that is because they're so delicate that I'm not sure if that would hold up well. Another thought would be to go through the digitals that I have and pick out something. This is just one example. It wouldn't have to be this one necessarily. In fact, for sure it wouldn't be this one because it doesn't quite fit. The aesthetic would be maybe something a little bit more cutesy. But we could do some kind of digital thing. Maybe something from the collection that has this girl in it. Something a little bit more cartoon-ish, I don't know. So we could add a digital something here. Or there's loads of other possibilities. So you guys give me your thoughts on the cover below. Should we cover the spine strings? And if so, what would your thought be there? I do genuinely want your feedback, so please let me know what you think. And hey, future Bobi here to say I just had a thought about maybe adding this gorgeous fabric flower onto the page opposite the girl that we just made. Tell me your thoughts in the comments, please, please, please. I'm not sure if that should be there or not, so yes or no. And as for the daily prompts and such, that is it for this video. We'll be back with the next video, which will be days 30 and 31. Oh my gosh. This is so crazy. But in the meantime, I hope you have a wonderful, magical, and bookish day. Happy reading, crafting, or journaling. Adios.